Hi. So today we are going to watch Paddington the Bear. Of course, I have heard of Paddington before, but I have never seen this show. Let's watch together. Oh,
One morning, Paddington came down to breakfast, and as he entered the dining room, he nearly fell over backwards with surprise. Overnight, a great change had come over the room. The pictures and the curtains had been taken down, and all the furniture was covered with sheets. In fact, the only thing left was a large cardboard box by the fireplace. "That's Mr. Brown's new chimney sweeping outfit," explained Mrs. Brown. "We're about to have a good spring clean." "After we've been to the sales," said Mrs. Bird. "I've put your bacon and eggs ready for you in the kitchen. We can't stop now. We want to get to the shops before the rush," added Mrs. Brown. Paddington peered thoughtfully at the box lid and then hurried out to the kitchen. His mind was on other things all through his breakfast that morning. He'd never heard of anyone doing special cleaning in the spring before, and he decided it might be a very good idea if he surprised the Browns by lending a helping paw while they were out shopping. There was no time like the present. And really, what better way to start than with a chimney? The brush went up very quickly indeed,
not bad.
and down came the soot. Paddington decided not to take any chances. And armed with Mr. Brown's binoculars, he hurried outside in order to make sure all was well. It was just like looking at the picture on the lid of the box. It was all very exciting. And all that remained now was to take the brush to pieces again. It wasn't until he got to the end that he spotted a warning notice inside the box lid. "When removing rods from chimney, great care must be taken, otherwise the brush may become detached." Paddington gazed mournfully at the end of the rod. There was no doubt about it, his own brush had become detached. And he had a nasty idea where it might be.
I think so.
There was only one thing for it. He would have to borrow Mr. Brown's ladder and go up on the roof before the others got back.
Oh, Paddington.
"Jackdaws," said Mr. Briggs, the builder. "You got a jackdaw's nest in your chimney. You can hear 'em coughing." "Coughing?" repeated Mrs. Bird. "I didn't know jackdaws coughed." "You'd cough, Mum, if you lived up a chimney. Never mind, I'll have it down in a jiffy." "There, what did I tell you?" "That's not a nest," said Mrs. Bird. "It's Mr. Brown's brush." "Paddington!" exclaimed Mrs. Brown. "I knew we shouldn't have left him on his own for so long."
Can't trust him.
"Mercy me, look, there he is." "I'm afraid," said Paddington, "I've got my head stuck in the chimney pot.
Well,
It came away when I was trying to rescue Mr. Brown's brush." "Well, I'll say one thing," exclaimed Mr. Briggs. "You may not have the cleanest bear in Windsor Gardens, but I reckon you must have the cleanest chimney by now." "Thank you, Mr. Briggs," said Paddington. "I'm sorry I'm having trouble raising my pot. It's a bit difficult with paws. Perhaps I'll raise my hat twice the next time we meet."
ah, Classic. Yeah, classic. Well, a little blue overcoat. I don't know much about Paddington, like of the many bears that were characters in my childhood. Paddington just kind of slipped by. I was more sort of Fozzie oriented, I suppose. This is a really interesting kind of animation style where they don't color in the background, they just color in the characters. Does that sort of carry on, or is that part of the everything's been taken down to clean the chimney kind of story? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, obviously an iconic character and very, very cute. I'll definitely keep watching these. I'll be honest, like it wasn't sort of an overwhelming start to the series, but Paddington is, it's like Peter Rabbit or, any of these kind of classic characters. I should know more about Paddington Bear than I actually do. I don't think I've even seen the movies, and they were pretty successful, those movies. Hugh Grant, perhaps, I think was involved. Yeah. Thanks for the recommendation. I'll add this to the repertoire. Yeah, Paddington. So cute.